Hey guys, Marsh Swati here, and welcome to your mini updates, where today we'll be starting with our actual trading on the practice account, where we did return to our original triple chart layout side by side instead of stacked. I find it to be a lot more efficient, especially when doing my trend lines and overall just looking at the resistance and predicting where the market's going to go. Moving on from there, we spent a majority of our time trading gold, a little bit on the Dow, no success there, but we did get all of our profit today from trading gold on two contracts. We hit a high of 700. We're stopping at around 300 after we had to gain that back. And from that, we have learned and returned to our infamous 9 EMA as well as our 20 EMA. These exponential moving averages give us the most support for our orders, using the 9 as our support line, well, as our, I would say, just holding line, and the 20 as our support, the black line here. It allows us to get a lot safer entries, especially on the 5-minute time frame, which does work the best for gold. Moving forward, if we head into the opens, you see that if you are to get an entry, let's say, as we hit support here, as your black support line is hit, with one contract of risk, you would get an order right here. And if you aim for 3 contracts or 3 points, I like to say, a $100 to $300 ratio, you get your order fairly fast. Within the next 5 minutes, you get your 300 and you get multiple entries. You get this entry, you can hold it as long as you're holding, as long as the contract stays above your 9 EMA, you are able to hold out into this entire 10-minute, 30 session, 10:50, 11, even up to 11:10, and just capture massive gains. You really just get one, maybe two good entries this entire day, for this entire morning. And then around here, you get a retest for more strength and gather back up. That's how it looks in the 5 minute if you're doing your longer holds, if you have the patience for that, which I say it definitely pays out with. If you look at this on the 2 minute time frame, once again, you're looking for an entry on your black support line here. Like I'd say, the market is trending downwards until we get the cross right here. This cross right here indicates, okay, fine, we might be heading upwards. You always want to look for the confirmation on the higher time frame as well. And the higher time frame, we do get the cross a little bit later, but we're also heading back up towards our 200, which for me is just one of my favorite entry signals. So getting back into that over here on the 2 minute time frame, we see we have the cross. So you're waiting to test the black line for your support order and entry. If you're playing on the smaller time frame, you have a perfect touch right here, one contract stop loss, and in the next 2 minutes you get your 3 contracts or your 3 points. So that's $300 right there with a max of 440 in that exact minute. Playing further on, since you're still in the uptrend, you're only looking for your, well, guess what? You're only looking for the go long, right? You get your retest right here. If you were able to get out of your position around here, re-enter, and you don't get it. You don't get that 3 contracts exactly. Oh, never mind. You get it exactly. You do get your 3 contracts. You're still in an uptrend. You're just wiggling back and forth around. You get the retest around here. Takes a little bit while, but you do get your 3 contracts, etc. Once again, 3 contracts, and you could just spend your time holding out until it closes below, but you just get multiple great entries once more, even later on after this massive move that goes from, you could say, here. Let's extend this all the way up here to this line. 12 points hold, that's $1,200 per contract. Just lovely if you're trading the standard contract size. And you get more support. Keep going. The move just continues all the way up until 12:30, which is right now. And it's still giving resistance. Who knows how long. I do have levels on, I believe I could check. But that's just the overall. And I believe we have a little bit more notes regarding the Dow. And we actually wrote those down because I want to keep a public journal with you guys, since I do have majority of my notes written down in like notebooks and stored in Discord servers. So for the day, we had the returning to the triple chart layout, incorporating the 2 minute instead of the 1 minute. It gives us more consistency and gets rid of some of the noise. Going back to the 9 and 20, holding the gold contracts longer, trading Dow if they're open, and keep track of the news. That's what it is. As we had major news around 8:30 across all the instruments, I believe. If you were to go back and return to that, yep, major news on all the instruments, great volatility. If you weren't paying attention to it and for some reason you wanted to go short, you would have got cooked, you would have got chopped out. And there was more news later on, I believe. I think that it didn't affect gold, but it did affect your Dow, your crude, and your S&P 500 mini. But really, we just want to start keeping an eye on the news this time moving forward. And I think that kind of wraps up all the public notes. So yeah, we wanted to watch out our positions, watch out and monitor our positions a little bit more carefully. And we're going to give you guys a quick little peek into Dow as to how that might have traded this morning if you decided to go into that market. Since I would say it's more stable, less volatility, let's give that a quick little peek. Starting at the 8:30 opens, immediately the news just shocks everyone out, and you have your long positions. Let's zoom in this on the 5 minutes specifically. news, it kind of settles down. Not within 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, I'd like to say. We head into a slight uptrend, maybe about 70 to 800 points. Crude, I wouldn't like to trade during the open, like the technically open, the central open. I like trading the actual New York session open, which is at 9:30. So we head over here, we get a much cleaner open where the market immediately just slams up, hits the VWAP, and then just drops down. We hold support consistently. There's news around 10:50, 9:50. I forgot exactly what news it is. I could pull it up in a moment here. So 1 second. I haven't even gotten it yet, but it's just like a whole roll of news for crude that would explain this entire volatile move back here at 10:30. We can get to it. Where crude jumped from 40 all the way up to 75. About 300 per contract there. 340, 350 per contract. But we are still making our way down to the news, and it's just wow. A whole lot of crude news. I'm really just trying to see what happened around 52. You guys aren't getting that news. I'm sorry. It's just been crude news, like 10:30, just all news. You're not getting anything. Just know that move right there was caused by news. And that should kind of wrap everything else up. I've kind of lost any more train of thought on that. We're bouncing off of some good levels on the Dow here. Hopefully we can't see the bounce. But that wraps everything up. This quick update's been a little bit longer than expected. But we'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow with a little bit more structure in our trading sessions. Gold pre-market up till 9:30 and the Dow 9:30 and after. And maybe the micros on the S&P 500 mini since they do look a little bit more stable with the new indicators. But we'll catch you guys later. Thank you very much and have a good day. God bless you all.